this with y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna get my cards in order. Get your cards in order, girl. Get your cards in order. Oh, hello. Okay, am I up? Because I can't hear me. Oh, you know I always say, okay, there we go. Okay, when I can hear my own echo, then I say, okay, yeah, we're up. Anyway, it is Monday. Why is it so, okay, my camera's sucky, I think.
Your phone sucks.
Okay, because the lighting is not right.
We've established.
Go to hell, Brianna. Go to hell. It's early Monday. Well, it's not early. It's Monday afternoon, and we've been up since early this morning because, of course, if you guys did not know, I have to talk about the city of Chicago. Well, apparently, by the time I got home yesterday, people had decided that they were going to show their asses in the city of Chicago. So that's what they did, and well, based on some of the news reports, it's saying that all this looting that took place starting about 1 o'clock in the morning, that it was all predicated on the incident that had happened earlier about noon or 2 o'clock in Inglewood.
2:30.
About 2:30 in Inglewood, 2:30 afternoon. Now, do I really believe that? I guess so. But the reason why it's so hard for me to really believe is because okay, let me just start this. We've been talking about Black Lives Matter ever since, well, even before George Floyd. But it's really been on the mind, the mouth of a lot of people. But there is no way that the incident that this 20-year-old, 20-something, they say he's 20-something, I think he's older than 20, but they're saying this 20-something said that he was a suspect, and he exchanged gunfire with police officers. So, okay. So they shot him. They didn't kill him because he at the UFC over in Chicago. So my thing is, he was a suspect for what?
I don't know what he was a suspect for, but I'm gonna go here. Even the superintendent for Chicago, Dave Brown, I think, they even said the same thing. They think it was like a coordinated act based on what happened over there.
Hey, Billy.
If you saw like videos, people putting up live videos in Inglewood, there were a large amounts of people that were out there.
Right. I think when the incident happened, it was a large amount of people because they said it got a little tense.
Yes.
During that time of the day. But here's my thing. I'm kind of curious. If it was so coordinated, and as it seemed to have been in the first place, based on some of the accounts, how they hit, they get a call over here, and they see people coming in through this door, then all of a sudden, they get rid of those people, then they come in through another entrance. So it had to be well coordinated. But here's my thing. If thieves can pull themselves together to loot, then why is it that you can't be more productive? Why can't you be a more productive citizen besides figuring out how to get the police away from this to go and steal? So I mean, to be an organized looter, that's very interesting to me. To be an organized looter, to organize and steal. And when we say looting, from what I saw, people were like open up their trunks, they go in their cars. Let me say, when they went into Macy's and somebody had their trunk wide open and they had stuff that they had stolen packed in bags, and the bags were tied up as if they had gone in there and had purchased these things. And I went shopping. I'm just like, wow, just the audacity. But I will say this, I said, to me, and I don't, because if I say this, then people are going to get all offended about it. If I say, being worthy. I think every human being who's breathing on earth is worthy, with the exception of one in the White House. I'll get to that trash later. But let me stick to Chicago right now. So, I for some reason, people must have thought that the police shot him for no apparent reason. But anyway, whatever the reason, whatever you thought the reason was, people who own these businesses, they just reopened. They just started to rebuild. They have to pay insurance. And if you're on Michigan Avenue or anywhere downtown in the Loop area of Chicago, the rent is super expensive. So it's super expensive. Now here's the one kicker. The one man that owns a jewelry mart or a jewelry building, so he has a building. He owns the building. He owns the building that houses these jewelry stores. He said when my alarm, I started getting notifications that alarms were going off, and he said so I knew people were in the store at that point. But when he walked up and he said I saw them and I said, can you guys not spare my store? He said they were polite enough. They said no, we can't, and they walked right on past. Now, okay, like I said, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. But one of my issues is that I don't agree with looting, period, whatsoever. But I'm glad that they did not harm the man. You know, I'm glad they didn't, you know, because they could have harmed him, beat him up or whatever, and they did it. They just walked, he said, they just walked right on past him, went into the store, took what they wanted, and went about their business. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be some kind of organization. Because for them to have the mindset to say the things that they said, and so who told them, just go in there, just rob them, just hit them. Don't take, hey Chris. He said, good afternoon, Ellen, Brianna, Murray. Hey Chris. So the thing is that to go in somebody's store and just to take things that does not belong to you, I don't understand how that's gonna help. See what I'm saying? I don't understand how that's gonna help the situation. I don't understand how that's gonna help Black Lives Matter. I don't understand how that's going to give you a voice. Because if people are looking, and let's be honest, I'm not gonna say what I know people are probably wanting to say, but it's a vast majority of people of color who are out there doing these things. And so, you know, people already have an idea in their mind about how they think people of color are, or black people are in general. So when you see people, and it just was not black people, it was people, other ethnicities, you know, Hispanics, it was all of them out there, but the majority of what I saw, I'm just saying. You know, and so to do damage like that to your community, and you can say, okay, I didn't tear my community this time, but you still ripped apart somebody else's business. And after a while, it's going to become expensive. It is already expensive. When people say their insurance premiums are going up, you know, because we just paid out a couple of months ago. Now here you guys are again putting in another claim. So we have to start thinking collectively. You know, I understand protests, I understand marching, I get all of that. But think about it, back when with Dr. King, even when we talked about on Chris's show, when we talked about Congressman Lewis, who just passed away, when they did peaceful protest and march, they got things accomplished. What is looting going to accomplish? Nothing. But it's going to put more of a stigma on us. Chris says, thank you for making comments on my Facebook Live earlier. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Chris, anytime. And so it's just going to put a stigma on us. Now, Brianna said she wanted to comment on this, so I'm going to let her have on the whole looting thing. So what do you think about this? Because these are a lot of, not Gen X people, these are a lot of millennials.
Don't go there, because
Well, I'm just saying these are younger people. These are younger people.
I understand. And when I said it was stupid and reckless. Because you literally, these are stores that literally just reopened.
Yeah.
What was the point? Like, you weren't making any point out there.
None.
But just to say that you're a criminal.
That is true.
You made no point.
And there's a lot of video. Lauren they got a lot of video.
They got a lot of video. They arrested over 100 during the night.
Yeah, that was good.
You're getting like.
Because last time they didn't catch nobody, did they?
No. It was too many.
It was too many to catch the last time. Okay.
But anyway, you're getting battery charges, and for what? To steal some items that you can't sell?
Well, you know, like they said, like Chris said, you know, they're gonna go on social media. They're gonna be selling stuff.
But now people are gonna get mad because then you're gonna have police, all these scrolling social media, keeping an eye on social media, and then you're like, then you're gonna be wanting to cross social media. They invade my privacy. No.
Well, you on social media, you don't have any privacy anyway.
But you
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But you have to be smarter. Like there was no thing of like Black Lives Matter. There was nothing. This was just an opportunity for a group of thieves to be thieves.
Yeah, to be thieves. And one point someone made a point and said, you know what? And we talked about that too. I was like, dang, they getting a nice car. They run out, they getting a nice car. I'm like, where they get these cars from? That was my point. So I think what Chris said, somebody said, what, did they steal the cars? I don't know if he said that was. I heard someone say that. Mm-hmm. But they were getting all these nice cars, and I'm just like, what is happening? And then one of the questions that was raised as well as right and wrong. Here's what I believe. I think you have to know right and wrong. People say, well, they're not taught the difference between right and wrong. And I think inherently, I said, we all know that certain things are right and wrong. And of all those people that were out there, I know at some point in your life, I do believe that someone has said to you, you know that that's wrong. You know, have we all, as a kid, me as a kid, do I remember when people always telling me, the stealing is wrong. Haven't you heard that at some point in your life as a child, people tell you that stealing is wrong? It is absolutely wrong. And so I'm not condoning anything. I'm not even trying to say I understand it, because I don't. Now, when everything first happened, and George Floyd and people were protesting and marching and things like that, I said at that point too, I said I don't condone it, but I understood it. This right here, I don't condone it and I don't understand it, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy and it's reckless, it's disrespectful. All of that.
Right. Then you'll get an attitude because people will continue to look at you a
Absolutely.
certain way. But
Absolutely.
but think about what you did. You went down there and destroyed people's property for what?
Right. And then here's my thing, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't shop at the Louis Vuitton store. I really don't. But Louis Vuitton for a long time, so why they was having lines for people waiting to get back in their store. Now you went down there, they busted out the windows yet again. So you have to wait. You're gonna have to get these repairs. Get your windows measured. Get the money for this to repair these things. And when I was out yesterday, and all these areas they're talking about over like on Clybourne, and I was just over in those areas yesterday. I was just downtown in the Loop yesterday.
Mind you,
right?
Like,
just on Michigan Avenue yesterday evening, and I was just thinking over the weekend on like Saturday when I was out. I was like, well, it's more people coming out. So more and more people are coming out. They're shopping, they're spending, again. Now what you have, you have now gone backwards. You've gone at least 2 to 3 steps backwards. We need to keep moving forward. But what I say too is that the reason why people are so out of control is because my friend made a valid statement when we were talking about it this morning. She said, I said there is so much unrest within this country. When you talk about Black Lives Matter, you talk about racial, you talk about, economics. It's so much unrest in the country. But when you have ignorance at the top, in order to get some kind of stabilization, you have to cut the head off at the top. And I ain't talking figuratively, but you do because that trash.
You have to cut the head off.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look over here in America, and then you look over in places like New Zealand. New Zealand they have went literally 100 days.
New Zealand, Italy.
They have went 100 days without coronavirus cases.
Yep.
Over here, we topped 5 million yesterday.
Did we top 5 million?
Yes.
Of oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why? Because let me just get started. Let's get started on here. We're gonna get started on here. God, but that.
Well, no, I'm gonna be like her. We have segments.
No, this is gonna be said. That fat orange son of a bitch that's sitting in that office. I am sick of him. He got to go. I don't care where he go. Look, as they say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. You got to go somewhere. You have got to go somewhere.
Brother said, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out the White House. I hear you.
You have got to
but
go
that's what I'm saying too. When you have such.
Now they got hot in your mind.
I'm hot in hell. Let me tell you, it's hot as hell in the studio today. So if you guys see me doing this, if you start to see me, and right now, because my color on my phone is not good, but if you start seeing me really extra glossy, it is because it is so super damn hot in the studio. Yeah. But we're just gonna float on through it. I'm gonna pretend like I ain't hot, because if you see me, I got arms out, and it's hard. It's hard over here.
I got
yes. She got an ice pack, but I'm gonna have one on in a few minutes. But down in downtown Chicago, there is a curfew. So by 8 o'clock. So what that's doing now is that all the stores that were stayed up until maybe 9 or 10 o'clock, they're gonna lose more money because they have to close at 8 p.m. because people don't know how to control themselves. Don't know how to control themselves. The word of our day is accountability. And as we go on talking more of the trending topics, every one of us needs to be held accountable for what we do, what we say, everything, all of our actions. I know in my lifetime, I've had to be held accountable. In Brianna's lifetime, I've held her accountable. Lord knows my mother did raise ooh, child, yes. Okay, so yes, we all have to be held accountable for our actions. And we're gonna come back after our break. And we have so much to talk about today, so just stay tuned. If you see me click off, just click back on, and because we have so much more to cover that you guys are going to enjoy it.